Hello, everyone. Oh, wait for just a minute and we'll get started. Hello, everyone. This session will go over what are we looking at tomorrow, what happened today, where are some of the support and resistance, what are we looking at the market, etc., etc. And after I'm done, if you guys have any questions, there's a chat on the right side. You can go ahead and ask me. We'll go some of the charts you guys are looking at, and we'll go through a few of the ones I am looking at right now. And let me know if you guys have any questions. All right. We're going to start with SPY right now. So SPY today looked decently bullish. Opened up pretty good. But right, this brown line right here is your 100 SMA, okay? And it we rejected right at this 100 SMA, which is at 450.30. It was a little lower than that, but it close enough for rejection. And after that, we rejected. We came back under 200. The purple line is your 200. Okay. So today, it did not feel like it would give it up, but of course, Fed Chair Powell came for that 900 meeting, and so there you go. He did it for us. The questions he was answering was very vague. He was not clear about any questions being asked, according to me, and and that's what left people, with a question mark, and that's where we started seeing some acceleration to the downside. Can you guys hear me okay? Or is it too rough? Echoing? Oh, it's on and off. Is that better? A little bit? Is that a little bit better? On and off still, huh? Hmm. All my settings are pretty much the same as last time. Not really sure what went wrong here. All right, how about now? Better? Okay, good. All right, perfect. I changed my mic. So did you guys hear at all this so far, or you want me to restart? I'm gonna guess you guys heard me better. Okay, so tomorrow what I'm looking at SPY is the 236.36 level. If we break below that tomorrow, because if you look at it right here, we had a fake breakdown 1, 2, 3, 4 days ago, 4 trading days ago, and we bounced back. This is your 50%. This is your 50% retrace, okay? But over here today, we rejected 100, 200 SMA, 9 EMA, and 50 SMA. We broke through all of these. We gave up all this 5, 6, 7 days worth of trying hard to break through the resistance. We just give up in one candle. So tomorrow, I don't have any high hopes here, but I'm hoping, kind of small hope there, that we hold on to 436 level, given that we had a fake breakdown over here. Okay, so if we break below this 436 tomorrow, don't even wait, because we will be heading back all the way down to 430. And we did see some puts come in at the end of the day for May 11th, 424 puts. Okay, there are millions of buys on that. So I will be really, really careful. But for now, your resistance level is going to be 440, which is this line, this blue thick line, that is your 50 SMA. So when you're looking at the daily chart, you want to look at 50, 100, and 200 SMA. Okay, guys, that's a longer time frame. You got to look at that for the bigger picture. On the daily, on the shorter time frame, you can use the EMAs, but on the daily, you got to look at these for sure. So for tomorrow, note it down. I have my alert set right here. You right click on it. If you guys are using TradingView, you right click on it. And then over here, you will see set alert. Okay. You go over here and you go down here and you click on crossing down. And then you name the alert short below this level. Okay. So I'm going to type in 436 as a reminder. So as soon as it crosses down below this, I'm going to short it and it will pop on your screen. They have a nice app. You can even send it to your email or your phone. All right, we're going to move on to the Qs, the tech world. The tech world was horrible today. Horrible, horrible, horrible. It took us many tries here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trading days trying to break through this 50 SMA. Again, a reminder, this thick blue line is your 50 SMA. It tried to break through that. It did not do that. It did open over there. It gave people hope. Okay, we're going to run today with Tesla having a good ER and everything. We thought we might see some continuation, but it rejected badly. It rejected and we fell through it, gave up all these gains, which is not good. And giving up that 338 level was the worst part. Because if you look at it now, let me show you something real quick. Look at this. SPY had the same thing right here. Remember from the earlier chart, if you look at it on the SPY right here, right here, it was a fake breakdown and, it went up. But over here, look at that. Qs give up, and I believe SPY might follow the same route. So be careful trading tomorrow and Monday. We might break through that 436 level if we don't get above 50 SMA, which is 440 on the SPY, 440.30. Okay, but now this one is headed right back down to 329 area. There is no support whatsoever. Comparing this to all the other tech stocks, we have all the major stocks have given up their support. So definitely keeping an eye on all these tech stocks tomorrow. On any bounce, it's going to be a sell. Yeah, look, I'll go through them at the end. I'll take your guys' request and we'll go through some charts as well. But for tomorrow, if we get any kind of small bounce to 338 area, just in case, it will be a short, because that's your resistance now, which was your support previously. Okay. All right, I'm going to look at Amazon. That's one of my favorite stocks. So I love trading Amazon. So I'm going to go through this real quick. We broke through this trend line right here. We had a triangle. It broke through that I honestly thought it would at least hold on to this today, but nope. And we also broke below previous low here, which was at 29.92. And we came back and sat at the 61 retrace. This is your fib level, guys. Do you guys know how to use these fib levels? Yes and no, real quick. If not, then I can walk you guys through that real quick, so you're not blinded when I'm talking about the 50% retrace and 61. You guys understand fib levels? Just a quick overview on the fib levels. You go on indicators and you type in auto fib retracement and just click on it. It's going to draw it for you. Okay. And this is known as a golden zone between 50 and 61. Okay. This is known as your golden zone. So anything around this is usually a good buy with a tight stop below 0.618, which is right here, which is around 29.56. And we bounced right at it today, if you guys look at it. So we got to hold on to this level tomorrow. If not, we are heading all the way back down to 28.80 area because there's barely any support around here. So if Amazon opens below 29.56, we are shorting this. There you go, crossing down. Create short below 29.56. I'm going to create this alert and we are set. Excuse me. The next one, we're going to look at the good old Tesla. Tesla had a decent earnings. I did not expect to give it up all the way, but it sure did. It went all the way down and even broke 1,000 at one point. For bigger picture on Tesla, if I wanted to buy for a bounce, would be at this 100 SMA, this brown line. Again, a reminder, that is your 100 SMA. Look at it, how many times it has held on to this. Multiple times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trading days, and it's been hovering above that ever since. So for quite a while, this has been your support. So anything below 970 on Tesla, it's a short. So I'm going to move right here because they move as the market moves every day. So I'm going to move this little bit around here, around 970 area. Edit, crossing down, short below 970. The reason I put all these alerts is because there's no way you can watch all this at once. So when I have my trading app open, it just pops on my screen that, hey, this is crossing this level, go ahead and short it. So it's easier. You can scalp real quick and be done. Okay, so I'm going to save this and we'll see what happens tomorrow. The other one I am watching is Google. Google has had a major support around 2,500. We did scalp this today for a little money, not bad, but still, you know, given the market conditions, it was not bad. So for tomorrow, if this opens below today's low was 24.90, 50 area. I'm going to set my alert right here. Anything below that, it's already set. This green means it's already set. So anything below that, you short it. But if you open above 2,500, you can have a small run towards, this is going to be a resistance. There's a small resistance area, very congested. So just scalp for 10, 20 points and be out and be done with it, unless the market plans to turn around or there's a good news. But I don't see anything in near future. So I would go ahead and short all these small bounces right now. And looking at the futures right now, Nothing looks exciting, guys. So let's hope tomorrow is a decent morning. Bitcoin is green for change, so that's good. Um, the next one, I'm going to look at Apple. The beast would not give up today. It was holding above on daily, guys. On daily, Apple has been very strong. Apple has been holding above all these EMAs. And, just even today, it would not. This was the last one to forcefully give up for the market. While all whole market was red, Apple was staying strong, keeping the traders like surprised that is the market going to turn around because Apple is green. But no, the market decided to push down and take Apple with it. Apple broke below 150 SMA. And now it's not going to be easy to break above 50 SMA. And 50 SMA, you can look at it right here. It shows you right here. You just have to take your cursor off and it will show you whether it is at 167.28. We closed well below that. Now tomorrow, that is going to act as your resistance. But right now, as a support, you're going to use this 50%. We talked about the fib levels. This is going to be your support on Apple, 164.86. You're going to use that as a support. If we break below that, we're going to head back down, all the way down, like the other stocks have already given up. I won't be surprised if Apple gives up in short term here to all the way to 61% retrace, which is at 161.37. So these are the two areas I would mark myself below this, which is at 164.86. So I'm going to move this a little bit. There we go. Right click it, because Apple can be really sneaky sometimes. Crossing down, create short below this level. I'm all set with this alert. And what I'll do, how do I play this? That would be a question too, right? If it's hitting, I'm going to wait. I'm going to open up a 5-minute candle, a 5-minute chart after that. And I'll make sure that a 5-minute candle closes below my support. So right here, what am I going to do? A lot of people ask, okay, you're giving levels, but what about, if it bounces? Of course, there's a chance it might bounce. But what do we do if it comes all the way down here? I'm going to wait for a 5-minute candle to close below this level at 164.86. If it's still holding below that, this 164.86, I'm going to hold on to my shorts all the way till down. Okay. And where is my stop going to be? Above 165. If it crosses above this line, a 5-minute candle closing above this level means this was a fake breakdown. Okay. So if it closes above this one candle, you're done. You're going to out. What are you going to lose? At most 10% on options. Okay. If it breaks below this, it's holding. You're going to keep printing. So hold on to it. So that's how you play these alerts, the ones I'm setting. The next one, I'm looking at Facebook here. Facebook has a giant support here at 186. Today it touched and bounced. Not sure if Snap recovered, but no, it went down to 4%. So I doubt that even Facebook is going to hold on to this tomorrow. Facebook has nothing below 186. There's barely anything. Let's look at the weekly real quick. Okay, there we go. Weekly. On weekly too, there's a very, very decent support here. It breaks this, we're going to head back down to 175. And I did see some 175 puts come in today. So if this breaks below 186 tomorrow, you can go ahead and short it. Where are you going to keep your stop? Right above 186. If it breaks above that and a 5-minute candle is holding above 186, you're going to let it go. So I'm going to change my alert time real quick. And there we go. All set. The other one I'm looking at tomorrow is Docu. Docu had a very nice giant sweeper for 80 puts for May. So I am looking at this level right here, as we talked about it earlier, right? That this is your golden zone when it comes to the fib level support, to pick up your entries. So I wanted to enter this today, but I did not because I wanted the confirmation to see if we open below this today and hold on to it below this 87 level. If it holds below this 87 level, you can buy May 20th, $80 puts. You can write it all the way down. There's barely any support here. Look at that. Nothing. It's going to come down straight. Sorry, I'm recovering from a sore throat. All right, let's go ahead and set your alerts. Today's low was 86.75. So I'm going to use that level as my entry, okay? 86.75. Because if you put it right now at 87, it's going to trigger the alert right now. So crossing down, short, or I'm going to actually see they bought that 520 $80 put and say stop above 87. So pop, I don't have to go back and look at my notes or anything. It's all right here. It's going to pop up on your screen. The other one, I'm just going to keep an eye on this one because I saw a sweeper on this one. I want to see if this one holds on to this 200 SMA. Lately, the retail stocks have been pretty strong. You know, if you look at it, it was holding this 9 EMA. This thin line is my 9 EMA on daily. So I'm going to keep an eye on this one to see if it's going to bounce on this 200. And the cool thing about this one is you can also click right on this 200 and you can set your alerts right here. Go here and pick SMA 200 and right here crossing down. So if it comes and touches 200 SMA, you'll get an idea to enter or not. They were buying May 30 calls. So I'm going to keep here 30 May call with, I'm going to keep a very tight leash on this with 15% stop. Because if this breaks below this one, there's no stopping. It's going to flush down all the way. Okay. All right. Twitter, I just have this chart open because it's all news based right now, but it almost honestly feels like that it's trying to make a bear flag right here. So if it breaks below this line right here, it's going to head back down. If you're going to want a little bit clearer right here. So basically, if it breaks below this one, it's going to come all the way back down. There's a huge gap right here. So it all honestly depends on that Elon and Twitter news. This is a news based. Look at this. It was green today, even in this crazy market. So this one is really hard to judge right now, but I would definitely still keeping an eye on this one to trade it if it breaks on either side, actually. So I'll definitely keep an eye because it's getting really tight right now in this small little triangle. But it's also a bear flag. So we'll see. This is a news play. I'm just going to keep an eye on it. All right, guys, go ahead and we'll go ahead with your guys' request. Which ones you guys want me to look at? Shop. Okay, let's start with shop a look. Man, back to back. Almost 10% down days on these. Ay, ay, ay. This one is, gosh. I'm going to look at it a little bit there. It had a support at this 510, which obviously it broke and we are way below that. I'm just going to look at it at a longer time frame here. Longer time frame too, there's barely a very, very small support right here where it tested today. But break below this one, it is headed all the way down to 400s, guys. So yeah, either in next day or two, hopefully this is a fake breakdown and we recover tomorrow. But does not look like it. Looking at the volume, there was a decent sell volume today. And it is pretty much following the 9 EMA, guys. On daily, you can put it on your chart. It's a exponential moving average. Let's see if it shows up right here. Okay, right here, moving average exponential, that's your EMA. Okay, you can click on that and it comes up like this. You click on the settings and you put the length as 9. Okay, you do 9 and set it and look at it, how it's following this 9 EMA all the way down every single time it rejected. So let's hope tomorrow's shop was a false breakdown. It needs to get above 510 ASAP. If not, this is headed all the way down. Pretty bad. It's going to 400 for sure, without a doubt. Look, yeah, I don't think it'll need a split. It'll do it for themselves. Good point. All right, Netflix, man, that ER, we banked on this one, man. Ah, that was beautiful. But let's look at the weekly. The daily time frame is not going to show you anything on this one. This one is, there's no barely any support here. If you look at weekly shows around 204 area to me on weekly time frame. Let's look at monthly too. Let's see what monthly shows. Yeah, monthly shows me the same. There's no support, no real support. It went to 211 today, but there's pretty much nothing. It broke below on monthly. It's really hard to break through these SMAs on monthlies, but look at that, just slicing through down. Gosh, look at this monthly chart on Netflix, but they had a bad subs number, so kind of expected that. But if this breaks 200, go ahead and short all the way. This is heading to, there's going to be a major support area is going to be in 130. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what chart shows. Yeah, it'll head back down all the way, or at least come to this 200 SMA on monthly, which is at 138.80. Sheesh. That's a bad looking chart right there. Yeah, it really needs to hold on to this 231 area. If it can get above that tomorrow, we might see a relief bounce, but looking at Persian Square, which is Ackman, a hedge fund guy who sold all his shares as well. I don't see any buyers come in for Netflix. I personally don't own this one either. Never did. Sold all of this. All out. Netflix. And then which one do we have? Baba. Let's look at Baba real quick. Baba broke below all my lines and below everything. So on daily, it looks pretty shitty. On daily, it's coming here to fill the gap, I guess, pre-ER. But if you look at it right here, this is your gap right here. It's coming all the way back down to fill this gap. Won't be surprised to see this in 70s. A sound of peace. So I wouldn't hold my breath on this one bouncing anytime soon unless they have a smoking ER. This one is, yeah, definitely filling this gap. Ouch. Those all China is basically, if it opens green, you're shorted. That's the way you've been making money on Chinese stocks. And there was some news too today. I can't remember what it was, but DD, isn't that a Chinese penny stock now? DD is, I'll have to go on weekly on this one because, yeah, this one breaks below this 170, it's done. Pretty much we'll go to 130 area as per fibs on the downside. So I would set my alert on this one. Actually, I might play this one too. Just sell shares short. I'll keep it at 168. I don't usually play this, but this one, you can make good money because it's going all the way down to 130s. Crowd and PayPal. Okay. All right, let's look at crowd daily. We'll keep that on daily. Okay. Crowd tried to break through this here above 200. Again, this purple line is your 200 SMA. It did attempt, but it finally gave up due to the market pressure, looks like it, and it broke below my support level I had at 213.60. I was watching this one, but I won't be surprised that this is going to come all the way down to test the low 200s level at 50 SMA, which is at 201.18 area right now. And it also comes very close to your 50% retrace. Okay, so after you get a run like this one, and it's a good stock, and I did see some buyers come in for this one for dated today, or was it today or yesterday? One of these days it was dated for a leap 230 and 250 buys for crowd. So actually, this won't be a bad area to enter. So I'm going to right click on this and set my alert. If it comes back down, it's at 50. Okay. SMA crossing down. Lead buyers were spotted. 230s and 250s. So I'll definitely give it a shot on this one with a stop below the 50 retrace, which is at 198.68. I'll try to enter on this 50 SMA, but if it breaks below the 50 retrace, we'll close my position. So again, risk management. This whole market is about risk management right now. What's the next one? PayPal. Ouch, PayPal broke support too. My God, PayPal 89. Sheesh. Let's look at weekly. Yeah, this one is coming to a decent support area here. This is not bad on weekly at least. There is some support right here around 90. So might see a small bounce, if not nothing, but there's a decent congestion here. It won't be that easy to just break through it. So there is a decent area between 86 and 88. You can probably pick this up with a stop below 85, because if it breaks 85, it is headed in 70s all the way down here at 77 area. Yep. It'll easily come back down to this. I'm going to keep my alert on this. All right, what else? BAT. I see. That's going to be my partner. I'm not doing BAT. Sharp one. HTZ again, please. Holding uptrend on pullback today. HTZ. Let's look at HTZ. These have been strong, right, lately? Well, that looks nice on weekly at least. Let's look at daily. On daily too, it looks pretty decent. It is holding on to this 9 EMA. It has a new trend starting. So it's not bad. Now, who has Joe Racer? This is actually not bad if it can hold on to this 9 EMA, which is at 2258 area today. So you can ride this one as long as it holds on to this 2250 area. So my stop would be right below this 9 EMA. I do like it. Yeah, it is above all these EMAs. It's definitely in a bullish pattern, because I'm expecting this one, if it can hold, it's going to be a nice ride up. This was your resistance. It broke, but it came back below to retest it all the way to 9 EMA. If it breaks below, we are heading down. The 2250 is your golden number on this one. HTC is on Netflix.
2 days in a row. My hope is a double bottom. Oh, look, yeah, let's see. But it needs to actually, even if it holds 204 on Netflix, it should be all right. UAL, man, that had a great ER, didn't it? Up 9% today. Airlines, man, we are in these leaps forever. I love these. So on this one, the golden number here is, breaking through this line right here of resistance. I really like this one as long as 50 can hold. It might continue. I hope it doesn't come back all the way, given the market pressure and fills this gap. I don't want that. But as long as 50 holds, I would hold on to this position if you're in there. On weekly is another story. Weekly, it hit its resistance and it's below that. So weekly is telling me a different story on UAL. On UAL, on weekly, we would like to see a next candle open above 51 and then continue. If it can't, if you're in there, I would sell my position and wait for this one to get above 51. So if you want to set your alert above 51, you can ride back all the way again. Because your next target would be around 56.60 area. But yes, 51, the weekly is telling me a different story on this. Decent resistance. Look at this. Lots of overhead. So definitely keep an eye on that. Net. That used to be my favorite stock. Let's look at daily real quick. Yikes. Daily does not look too exciting. It does not look too exciting on this one. It broke my support at 102. There is small congestion here on net, but not holding my breath. They have an ER coming up. All the EMAs and SMAs are pointing down. It does not look pretty good here, guys. For whoever asked for net, it might. So looks like it likes. So for every stock, you gotta look at on a different time frame to see a pattern. That's what I do. And if you go on weekly, if you go and look at it on weekly, it is holding this 100. It did it twice. So it loves this 100 SMA, which is around 91 area. So that's where I would try to pick up net and make sure that on weekly candle it closes above the brown, which is your 100 SMA, closes above that. So as long as it can hold and stay above that, I would go for it. Paul, I'll come to that, Cat. I'm just going in line here. NVIDIA and PG. NVIDIA broke my level today at 208 I had. So it broke below that. I won't be surprised for this one to go below 200 soon here and all the way to 190s. So yeah, I would watch 208 level on NVIDIA. Anything below that, it's a short. But yeah, there's nothing here. It's coming all the way down to this, actually 180s. And there's barely any support after that. It'll come back to this. Let's look at daily real quick. Yeah, daily, there's barely anything right here too. So daily, expect this one to come to 188 on NVIDIA. If it does not regain 208 in the next trading session or two. PG, I love this one too. PG. I think PG had a good ER. PG has a decent resistance. You can just tell from right here at 165.33. It needs to get above this 165 for the breakout, but below that, it's going to keep rejecting. So I would keep my alert right here, crossing up, because that would start a new trend on the upside. So if you want to look at the upside targets, above that, you got to look at your extensions and see where it's taking you. Above that, it will be 170.78. Yep, gotta watch that 165 level on PG. Needs to break that. The next one is CAT. CAT rejected one of the fib levels. Here you go, the 50%. It rejected right there, but sitting on the next fib level is right between this. It actually did break out. I would buy it here again. I am still holding the shares, Paul. I hope you're enjoying them. I think we entered way below down here in hundreds, right? I think right here somewhere close to this. So we definitely love it. UPST is gone as well. There's nothing left in UPST. It's dead. It's heading to low 70s. It's finally coming down to fill this old gap right here. So go ahead and keep shorting UPST because there's nothing left in UPST there. Let's see if it shows the gap on weekly. No, weekly it won't. On daily, there's a gap right here all the way to 62.26 is a gap. Right here. Yep. So anything below this open tomorrow, it's done. I don't think the ER might be able to even save this because it has decided to go ahead and fill that gap down there. So anything below today's low, I'm going to short this. 188 is your average, Paul. There you go, my man. It's beautiful. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm still holding my shares. It pays dividend. Leave it for your kids. Yeah, all our dividend portfolio is, I think, pretty nicely up right now. I think I saw it. You don't have that, right, Paul? I think here. I think I'll post it right here. This is what we have, I think, so far. Yeah, all these are up nicely. We have PFE, Walmart, LMT, Target. They all are up nicely. Cool, cool. Good job. Good job on holding those shares. Hold on to them. O and VTR. Holy moly. This thing is on a fire. Needs to get above the 75 level. Of course, that's a fib level. It rejected. If it gets above 75 again, you're looking at 80. Easily. It'll double top. I think this one goes. This one can still push. It has decent room. The RSI resistance broke too. So I think this will push. Above 75 level. Your support on this one is around 72, 70 area. Walmart you can hold on to. Ventas on weekly, it's coming back to retest this 9 EMA, but look at daily. Daily, I don't like it. I think it's going to break down. It does not look good. All the EMA is pointing down. It broke below 9 EMA, finally closing. It's been rejecting 9 EMA all along. Pretty much there's a small support here at 60. It breaks and we're going to retest all the way down here. It'll most likely come to 57 area. All right, last two, Lucid and Coin. Wow, Lucid, how much were you down today? 6%? Lucid, let me look at a better time frame here. Lucid is headed to 1850. That is your magic number to hold. 1850 needs to hold. Below that, it's gone. But I would definitely try because it has a nice base here at 1850. It can definitely bounce from here. Lucid, but breaks this 1850 again, we are looking at low 10s, 11, 12 area. There's no support after that on weekly at least. Daily, there's a small support around 1750 area. But below that, nothing. So watch 1850 is your magic number on Lucid. The other one was coin. Coin is rejecting 9 EMA. I've been watching this one very closely. This one is done. Any bounce on coin from here on now is a sell because it is headed to 100. I know, bold prediction, but coin is headed to 100. Nothing can stop that. So any bounce to area at 144 to 145 area, at the most bullish day, if it comes to 9 EMA, put this on your chart, it's going to be very good money. You know, every time this has, you know, come close to 9 EMA. Coin, again, as I said, you got to learn the behavior of the stock. Look at this, how going up, it's holding this 9 EMA, coming down, it cannot get above 9 EMA, right? So, and it's rejecting at 9 EMA every single time. And if you look at Moderna is the same way. Okay, Moderna will keep rejecting 9 EMA. If you guys play Moderna, it's doing the same thing. So any bounce on this one close to 144, 145 area on coin, I will actually move my line right here and set my alert. Crossing up, short it. So if it comes bouncing here, I'm going to go ahead and short it with a tight stop above 9 EMA. And I will buy time a month out on this one because it's going to take time, but it's going to eventually come back down to this low 100s. All right, guys, this is it for me. I hope this was helpful. Paul, yes, we had a nice day. Because we are playing day to day, we have you're not doing too many swings now, and we had a very beautiful day. Actually, it was not too bad. We shorted Apple, we shorted what was it, Google, we shorted a firm, and there are a couple other ones. Did have a 20% loss on the call on SPY. Thought it would bounce on 9 EMA, but it did not do so right here. I thought it would bounce. It did briefly, but it did not, and it was done. All right, guys, awesome. All right, good to know. It was helpful. I will see you all tomorrow. As I said, I'm feeling better, and we plan to do this every day now. You bet. You guys are welcome. Have a good night, everybody.